We've got super chats to get to, and obviously Jacob's here with it. Jacob. A lot of sort of macro conversations about the larger issues currently at Tottenham, specifically on the game. What do you think went wrong today? Because you were the better team in the first half, you go in 1-0 up, but you never really got going in the second half. What do you think the catalyst to that was, in your opinion, Jacob?
It just looked like uncreativity and tired legs, looked like a bunch of people loafing around. I don't even have a real assessment to give you or anyone, because I don't even know what I saw. I was watching it like, what are we doing? I think that I at one point the announcer said that they had all these chances on our goal. We didn't have hardly any chances on their goal. It's just a complete dominance. And this is something that I think we saw before, even with the first 11, which was in the first half, you play one way, and in the second half, you play completely the opposite. Whether you're good in the first half, then you're going to be bad in the second half, and vice versa. So to me, it just seems like everyone's cooked. They're done. They look tired. There was at one point before we even entered the stoppage time, Bentancur's got his hands on his knees, and he's like leaned over breathing, and he didn't even get a sub today. So I think it's just a matter of a lot of different compounding factors. And for anyone to say, oh, look at this lottery number that I got wrong. It's like, cool, good job. I'm real proud of you. I can pick a losing lottery number too. It's very simple to do. It's very easy to do. What's harder is to say, I believe this numbers are going to win. And you know what? Year in, year out, my numbers have lost too. So we're all in the same place. But this whole, like, I got 10 points or 10 cool points or 5 high fives from 5 dudes because I got something right. It's just weird. Like, I don't think it's like this. Like, I heard Alex saying, oh, I get this abuse from people who's had this different opinion and this and that. It's like, I mean, a counter opinion is not abuse, in my opinion.
Not you. You know, Jacob, it's not you. It's not you.
No. I know what you're.
All the time. You know.
You can say it both ways. I walked into a stream today and got abused within 3 minutes.
I'm going to be going live later, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of fun people in the chat today.
Anyone disagreeing with them. So
that's
it works both ways.
And I would say, what I would say about the abuse thing is this, right? You know, if you're working with people that are, I'm not even going to say what some of the things, I don't know who you're talking about specifically, but there is a difference between, Alex, you're wrong for these reasons. If you're friends with someone, they might call you a few names, because me and my mates do that. But if you're streaming with or working with anybody that's out here calling you a pejorative over football, I don't know what you're doing streaming with them. And if you stream with people that are out there abusing others over footballing opinions, if you sit there and work and stream with them, well, then you're as bad. No wonder other people abuse you, because I believe in life, you are what you hang around with. So my view is this: if I say I think Andrew's good, and somebody starts wishing death on my children as an example of abuse, anyone who works with that person, in my eyes, is as bad as that person, right? By the way, you don't always know what other people say and do. I don't expect all of us to follow each other around online like stalkers. That'll be weird. But yeah, Alex, anyone who's criticizing your opinion, that's fair. Anyone who's abusing you, like, my advice is just don't ever work with them again, or anyone who's working with them, because why would you want to work with abusive people? I think you should be able to have a good quality football conversation. Sometimes they get heated, because, you know, we're all passionate about our clubs. But I do agree with you. Abuse shouldn't happen. I do agree with Jacob, though. Challenge and towards opinions like on this show is not abuse, in my view, personally. But yeah, sorry,
and that was, I just wanted to lightly touch on that and say that I don't think a difference of opinion is abuse. I don't think anyone's saying you got it wrong, ha ha ha. That's not abuse. It's just banter. And to me, sure, maybe we all got it wrong. But at the end of the day, if you're a Spurs fan and you're turning to other Spurs fans and you're saying, ha ha ha, you got it wrong, you're a loser, because what are you doing? You're just as badly damaged as us, but I got it right. I knew the boat was going down, but I'm drowning as well. So it's like, what do you get out of that? I don't see the end goal. I don't see what the prize is for being like, I got this right because I knew Ainge from day one wasn't a good manager. Well, he is a good manager. It's just very clear that the gap level from where he was to where he's at now is larger than maybe he was even expecting. And he's obviously very grounded in what worked for him. And I think that I don't blame him for that, although it's clear it's not working. And it just almost feels like the same conversations every week. Every week it's the same. Oh, the players let us down. No, it's not the players. It's Ange. No, it's not that. It's Levy. It's, at a certain point, it's like, when are we going to talk about something else? And I would love a win to be able to talk about something good, because we win versus Hoffenheim. And I start thinking, okay, we get this win versus Leicester. That's 3 points in the league. Then we're looking for the Brentford. And we can't even get past that. 1 point versus Leicester this year is insane. That is mind-boggling. So I don't care whose opinion is right or wrong or whatever. It doesn't matter. Because the point is, we've lost 13 matches out of 20. 20-some matches. That's insane. I've never seen it as a fan. I'm sure there's other people who were fans whenever we got relegated back in the time. I wasn't. But for me, this is definitely the worst league form I've seen us in. And it's really strange because it's like we might just be a cup competition. I don't know. We'll find out in February when we've got that week versus Liverpool and Aston Villa. But outside of that, I don't really got a whole lot of good going on with Tottenham this year. Because what do you defend? Do you say there's nothing to defend in any of the players, in the manager, in the owners? I think you could sack them all, and I'll be fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be more than one thing can be right at the same time, Jacob. Like everything that we've said, is right. Yeah. There isn't really anything wrong. It doesn't have to be binary. It doesn't have to be one person. It's just we're all expressing our opinions, and everybody's entitled to an opinion, whether you agree with it or not, or whether you've got counter arguments. As long as you do it in a respectful way, it's valid. I think
the difference is though. I think the difference is that I know people that don't like that love Ange, right? And they've given me a football opinion. I actually am good friends with one of them, but I stream with a lot, right? Gives me a football opinion why they've kept Ange. You know what I mean?
I was really disappointed when we got Ange. Listen, at the beginning, I wanted Poch back. I personally wanted Poch back.
It was the wrong decision to get Ange. It was the wrong decision to get Ange.
But you know what?
He was our fourth option. We wound up there.
But
Alex, as well, Alex, that's the whole point. So I just want to go back to what you said. I think is really important.
Yeah,
you can have conversations about things that people disagree on. The problem that you sometimes find is that so many people consistently think, "Oh, you're only trying to." Like, you ask people, I get it a lot, and maybe I haven't always done a good job at this, and I can hold my hands up. Sometimes I question people, and I'm not questioning people to catch them out. I'm just trying to dig a little bit deeper to understand their full logic around why they like someone, what they've got to think to keep it. But there was always this, oh yeah, but if I answer it and give too much information, then it can be used against me later. Yeah, maybe for a bit of fun and banter, and that's kind of normal. But it has become harder and harder, I think, in this space. And I think we do a pretty good job on the Terrace, like in this show, where people get to express themselves. And there's a little pushback and there's challenge. But no, you're absolutely right. More conversations, open conversations need to be had. I want to go to these super chats. There's quite a few of them. And obviously, I'll present them to you as a panel, individually to answer some of them. Terry, have a look at Spurs' remaining fixtures. They might genuinely go down. Look, I said it earlier. I think they could if Ange stayed. And I don't think it's about Ange being a bad manager. I honestly think Spurs players didn't come in expecting to be in a relegation fight. And I think that does something to your mindset. I think there's something in that. I've seen it in fighting before, where a fighter goes into a fight thinking, I'll have him out of here in 2 rounds. Suddenly they're in the 8th or 9th and they're struggling because they didn't mentally prepare for sometimes they don't prepare for that battle in that fight. And I think that Spurs could find themselves in trouble if Ange stays. I really do. And by the way, I actually don't want Tottenham to go down. I really, really don't. I wouldn't wish that. My dad supports them, so I don't want them to, but I do feel
I thought he was going to say, I wouldn't wish that for Kate and everyone, and then he goes to your dad. Come on, chuck us a bone here.
Do you know what, Kate? I'm going to apologise now for loving my dad more than you lot. I'm very sorry about that. I'm very, very sorry. I love my dad more. I apologise. I apologise for that. My question to you all is, who do we get? The team is on its knees. The question for you, Alex, who would be your number one choice to replace Ange if he went now today?
I think I'm just going to admit it. I'll take Poch back if I'm really honest with you.
You know what? I love you, Alex. You've been pining to your ex for so long, and
it's not even just that. He's not going to come. He's never going to come. But
he's got a job. He works for America. America's best ever manager. Have some respect.
Baby, come back.
It's not even that. It's like if it's a more realistic, a choice, I would say Ariola. I'll take Ariola.
Alex, I don't agree with you very often, but I'd have Poch back in a heartbeat. I love him.
Baby, come back.
It's not that you haven't agreed with me. It's not that you've gone back on what you said about me already, about what my takes are already. Okay, anyway, because most of the things I've said has been correct. Let's be honest.
You have been correct, but it's easier to predict bad things are going to happen than
no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true because I've got to say
this. Because as soon as the wheels fall off, which they will, you could say, "See, I told you."
No. I have to be honest. No, I've always respect Terry with his super chats.
Yeah, because just Spurs fans having the same discussion again feels like deja vu. Different manager, same old bottling. I mean, there is truth that ain't even a dig. Like that's also why I think, and I think all Spurs fans agree that just sacking Ange and bringing back Poch doesn't fix everything automatically. There is more wrong at the club, and it needs that wider conversation. But Deji, you said Spurs were better than Arsenal. You can't still think your squad's better than Arsenal's, Deji. Have you changed your mind now?
Do you know what it is? That's such a lazy comment. Because Postecoglou has mismanaged this squad, all of a sudden my squad is not better. You heard Kate, you heard box office. Had we been under another manager, maybe this team does better. The truth of the matter is Arsenal remain the spicy Spurs, the red Tottenham, Scotch Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I ain't going to depart from that, to be honest with you. That's who they are. So I don't give a damn. But I would like to say I agree with my learned friends on the panel. I think we've got a real decision to make. And the decision is this. You know, does Ange stay in charge for the Liverpool game? Because there were a lot of Tottenham fans shaking their bum violently when we got rid of Mourinho. And I would say, rightly so. I didn't see us winning under Mourinho. I don't see us winning on the Postecoglou. But, you know, in terms of Arsenal's squad, the truth is, what does Scotch Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Red Tottenham, what are they going to achieve? Nothing. So
we might stay in the league.
We're just as bad as each other. In fact, I'm not going to lie. I look at Arsenal and I see Red Spurs.
Hang on a minute. You can't say a team second in the league is as bad as a team 15th.
They are Red Top.
I love you, Deji. I love it. I'm not going to lie. Kane and Son took them to a new level. Spicy West. He says you're a spicy West Ham.
I don't think they took us to a new level. I think they bailed us out of a lot of